Hello, gentlemen wise. I am excited to bring you some news today. Several months ago, we launched a fundraiser for a nonprofit called O.U.R, Operation Underground Railroad, and I have an update. So let me just rewind back to that. So Operation Underground Railroad, they exist to rescue children from sex trafficking and sexual exploitation. They are a great nonprofit. I've known about them for several years. If you want to understand a little bit more about how I came to be connected to them, you can see the launch of the fundraiser, which was several months ago on our YouTube channel. And so today I have an update. Anyways, so part of the fundraiser was these two beautiful ties. We designed these specifically for O.U.R. And as you can see, we have on the left the beacon with the gray or yellow O.U.R. logo on it, and then we have the rescue tie with the gray stripes on the yellow, and within the stripes there's a subtle repetition of the O.U.R. logo. So that was several months ago, and the response was great. Lots of interest. Lots of people said they wanted to buy them. We even launched the first pre-order we've ever had at My Nice Tie. You can see it at mynicetie.com, and you can actually go and pre-order these ties. So that was a couple months ago. Well, as I mentioned, we have an update, and so I want to remind you a little bit about the fundraiser. First goal, we want to raise awareness about human trafficking and sex trafficking. It's hard to believe when we live in such a safe society, an increasingly safe world. It's hard to believe that some people are still subject to slavery. There are still slaves, and O.U.R. helps to fight those who are enslaved to human sexual trafficking. So that's the goal, raise awareness. The second goal is to raise some money. So we are hoping to sell 500 ties. That will help us raise $10,000 or $2,000 is the goal. And even if we sell less than that, we're still going to try to get to that threshold. And so we're donating 10% to O.U.R. That's in addition to the already 20% that we use to bring people out of poverty. You can read about our efforts to bring people out of poverty at mynicetie.com if you're curious. So those are our two goals: raise awareness, raise money for O.U.R. And as I mentioned today, we have an update. I'm very excited. We now have the the samples back. We had the designs. We now have the samples. So let me show you these designs a little closer. We'll start with the beacon here. It's a gray. This is the O.U.R. gray with the yellow logo. It's a little bit off from the O.U.R. yellow, but we were hoping for springtime colors. Anyways, our timeline got pushed back a little bit, and here are the samples that I just got back from the factory. I'm so excited about these samples. Anyways, here is the beacon sample. As you can see, it's the same gray. The yellow is slightly different, but I actually think it's different in a good way. We were hoping to have these styles out by May. It's obviously going to be pushed back, but this yellow is more of like a fall yellow. It's a little bit more gold, and it's a little bit more shiny than I expected, but it's so gorgeous when you see this in real life. The gray is kind of a matte finish, and then it has the shiny O.U.R. logo on top of the gray. I'm just in love with this. Our designers did such a good job taking our design and turning it into reality. So a little more about the tie. It's silk. It has a thick inner lining, which makes your knot nice and full. Self-tipped, 100% silk. I think I said that already. And just a beautiful, beautiful necktie. Same quality that all of our ties at My Nice Tie, all that are branded My Nice tie. Same quality there, except this is our first silk tie. So let's show you the next one, which is the Rescue. So we have a yellow striped tie with a gray stripe, and within the stripe there's the O.U.R logo. This design changed a little bit, and as I mentioned, the color is a little bit different, but without further ado, here is the Rescue sample, which we just got back from the factory. As you can see, the yellow is a little bit more gold. It's actually more similar to because the actual O.U.R color is a little bit more orange, and this is a little bit more orange than the design. Not too much more, but it's more similar to a gold, and it has that shine. It's just a beautiful striped tie because the yellow is, if you can't see in the camera, the yellow is kind of shiny, and then the gray is the same matte finish as on the other gray. And then within the gray stripe, you have a subtle O.U.R logo chain, and just so you can see, it's slightly different than the design was. The arrangement of the logo on the stripe, if I could get it to focus, the arrangement of the logo on the stripe is slightly different. It's more of a chain arrangement. So I am in love with it. By the way, the logo is more subtle than it looks like on this camera, because if you're holding it far away, you can almost not even tell that there's a logo there. But when you get about shoulder's length away from it, you can see, oh wow, there's a subtle logo. So I am just in love with both of these neckties. I'm going to update the pictures on our pre-order links, and those links will be below. So if you like the look of those designs and you want to benefit, you want to help eradicate human trafficking as well as eradicate poverty, which has been our mission from the very beginning, please check out mynicetie.com. Pre-order one of these beautiful neckties, and we'll update the site with the new estimated time of arrival. And so that's all I had. Thank you so much for watching, and look forward to delivering these beautiful ties.